everyone, I'm Angel Wu. Welcome to Taiwan is my home. Have you ever heard Taiwan is suitable for surfing? Our first guest today, because loving surfing, came from Japan. In here, he too, with Taiwanese wife, slowly figured out how to make surfing into economic source and giving back to the society. Loving surfing then can't sleep over, have to wake up earlier than the sun. Taiwanese husband Shimizu Jun, everyone calls him Jun-san, prepared to drive bring customers to surf. "5 a.m. when the sun just came out, the sea shone in gold rays. People who like surfing could always enjoy the scenery in good weather. The storm went north 2 days ago, so when it goes north, blows south wind, big south wind. So when it's big south wind, this shore here is more suitable for surfing." June came to Taichung 8 years ago. At first just loved the waves of East River, thought he could earn living by these waves. Because I surfed for a long time, then I see Taiwan people who surf in north and south. There are people already. So after long, everyone would discover Taichung's waves are good. So I knew years after people will come to Taichung to surf. June's short side then, wife accompanied 8 years. Not the relaxed easiness she expected. Instead, had to endure the possibility of bankrupt. No one came to buy breakfast, so just the ingredient we bought eat ourselves or make other things. Then after sold breakfast, same time here. Okay, breakfast time gone, what should we do like that? What do we do then? So every day is he kept surfing outside, and because it's first time for us, all the stress is big. Ibu grew up in these mountains, knew Jun from Japan in a stage, married to a musician who loved surfing. She left resources of the mountain, came with him to the sea. We do what we can do as long as they're happy, don't give trouble. Really? Do you want to listen to tribe songs? Husband surfed every day, couldn't stay in the mountain. The wife mourned, had to cry, make a living. Good morning. Thank you. Ibu thought then, selling buns in Donghu can't win old shops. The couple loaned 100,000 to open a surfing hostel. Sell surfing goods, just life stable. Never imagined 3 years ago, the couple fought nearly every day. The happiness and romanticness of newlywed last only one morning because of money. We don't have this before, bought 2 years ago, because our hands that is fried in the mess, and ever because we don't have frying pot, so there was fire once. Didn't upgrade the facilities, paid the loan, only left about 1,000 a month. The couple never thought of having outer sales. Heard that the chicken and bitter gourd would make one not tired. Used the kitchen, sold bento to the fishermen. When the husband surfed, find new customers too. Selling one is one. I made the meat taste. No? Yes, no, the meat taste is all him. What's special about the taste? Herbs and amount? Ibu told us, when the shop just opened, there's only $300 in her hands. He is really not good at finance, can cook, make coffee, but don't know how to make business. Life without money for long, not hard to have a good expression. The customer came for the long face. I said, wait me for a minute. I took the waist still because he don't know. Why do I bring those iron? There was a broken bicycle put on our truck. Why do you bring this? I said, you'll know later. Ibu sell waste iron just got 1,200 Jun brought home to brewing coffee in a 5-star hotel. She managed the money. I know the income, so she will nervous. But if one nervous can't imagine good things, so firstly must good emotion. With the good emotion, when hard work, there would be good things happen. So the good emotion of his wife become a part of the service. This neat service really helped the shop. We drove to the Taitung city. Shop on that road, he said, too expensive. Then we're finding the local souvenir. Then we say 7 o'clock Thursday, where to find local souvenir. So we tried that one, the small stall in the market. That was customers' deliberate obstacle, recalling then they've passed the test. Drive customer to buy presents, not feeling troubled. The customers showed his identity as a travel company owner, opened shop the second year in Taitung. The helper brought many Japanese surfers finally. But reputation cannot make a living. To make income better, Jun had his way. Fascinated with surfing, had to go to 2 surfing a day. The board is fragile and expensive. Good boards needed 30,000. He then flew back to Japan, learned how to make handmade surfing board. Taking polystyrene, checking the width, height, curve, placing glass textiles, each inch polished delicately. I have a friend who made plane models and some water-flowing technology because the airplane arm, same theory with surfboards, so it's the same. So I learned some too. At first, I think it's more and more fun. The fun that he thinks needed a week to finish a handmade surfboard. To really earn a living by surfboard is a year after. Some places it won't do different thing in an inch. For example, this form. One needed $3,000, but once carved too much, can't come back. So this part should be careful. The handmade board Jun carved opened fame for the hostel accidentally. For 3 years, he mainly sold surfboards for a living. Made the whole body dirty doesn't mean he don't do anything unrelated to surfing. Help government translate, did everything. But that one have bigger interest. Save the board money I have to buy myself. Have bigger interest. Happier. Happier, of course, means accomplishment. What supported him is a passion. Jun likes surfing. This already is a lifestyle. Surf for 20 years, this passion wouldn't listen. The hand-carved surfboard now helped him to plant new seeds. To let kids closer to the sea learn from the balance on the board. Go! Teaching East River kids free surfing, this plan would go on for 12 years. Jun wants to give back this society. He thinks people who surf is about 30 years old. He tries to man the space. 2, 3, 1. Don't move the head, don't move the head. 1, 2, 3. Do you know what to cautious when you surf? 1, 2, 3. Live and work by the sea, can't just use the resource here, have to contribute to the local. So we see, who fascinated to first thing, seem to have an insist. The seeds June cultivated for half years did warming exercise, can't wait to catch the surfboard, dash to the sea. My opinion is, everything is like the waves, sometimes kept coming, sometimes no wave at all. Must be prepared when wave come, the part grasp, then you do yourself. When there's no wave, have to think what one should do. As long as prepared, wouldn't fear testimony. Jun, who loved to surf, insisted hobby could be an earning. He and his wife moved from the mountain to the sea, used tough but a more interesting life. Welcome back to Taiwan is my home. Next is also a Taiwanese husband story, but he's from India. This is a curry chef. Curry is an art that talks about blending art. Having good skills, now is learning how to blend in local culture and also learning how to be a good husband in that. This isn't an easy relationship, and like what Shiv mentioned, I worked while studying abroad. Not a tough love too, but important and impressive, because Indian chef Adnan thinks Taiwanese girl Cheng took care of him well. She never moaned, "I don't have time to accompany her. Don't moan, I just sleep after coming back." Can't even say a word to her. She even prepared food for me. Everything is done. Chen remembered when studying in England how her husband studied 9 hours a day and worked till midnight, 2 years like a day. Actually, marrying him is because he is hardworking, can treat his life so hardworkingly. I'm more assured. But when this man who lived hardworkingly wanted to let her happy, made her don't know how to cry or smile. She gave me flowers for the first time. She gave me chrysanthemum, a bunch of chrysanthemum. The orange kind. To us, the flower means love and happiness and foreverness. I didn't know this flower had funeral meaning in Taiwan. I've laughed. Oh, no, you stared at me first. And then started to laugh, and then I thought, why just buy flowers there? I thought you would give me a hug or a kiss, but that's that. I thought, okay. But I know now. Living in Taiwan, every time seeing funeral, I see these flowers. To me, these flowers still needs love and forever. So I think, okay. Cultural difference is just a small part of the difficulty. The newly wed Cheng had to go back to India with husband because her passport is nearly due. She wanted to wait until change the passport, then change the husband's surname. Never thought it would fight till nearly divorce. Just married then, you don't want to have my surname. But in Taiwan, we already think it's okay to don't have that. Nothing. First time going to the customs, she gave her passport. They asked you, are you married? She said yes. The customs asked me, why is her surname still Cheng? Not only the customs are hard to go in, but traditional culture too. That's homeland India. Mom's homemade chai to the kids still a kid's skin and muddy is too humid and hot. The family chose a cooler Elan to settle. I want to do this. Really? This is spicy. Are you sure? Just now you said want, right? Last time we went back to India, my mom really cried because she's full of love, cooked many things my big son don't eat. Indian women really easily cry, not like Taiwanese women, they don't cry much. I really never see them cry. Now Adnan is cultivating little son's Indian stomach, but to big son who had his own opinion, he could only act good father, can't be bad person. Dad, why did you take my shoes out? No, I come here again. Where did you go again? But I didn't find. But, didn't find it. Really? Sorry, it's my bad. We don't want to let kids, but I don't grow up in her culture. Hey, what do you say? Kids often forget, just say goodbye to daddy. This makes Adnan a bit sad, but came to Taiwan already overcome many disappointments, including one coming to Taiwan problem caused by bad Chinese. The first year really don't feel well, especially the first 6 months, because everyone beside is talking, but I don't understand at all. He really have a period. Even I think this is not the one I married, because he kind of changed. Maybe he can't find a exit, no one to talk to. Maybe only me who can talk to him, and it's really boring to talk to the same person every day. His mistress, that car is called Nancy. She has a name. Her name is Nancy. I bought heavy motorcycle. So many Taiwanese men brought heavy motorcycles. By heavy motorcycles, friends, he then have Taiwanese friends to lessen troubled mind of not understanding Chinese. I have friends who ride heavy bikes and have Taiwanese friends then. Not foreigners, but real Taiwanese. They teach me how to do things in Taiwan, what can, what can't. And after opened restaurant here, he then started to take on a shop.
Okay, it's okay.
Man's shoulders needed to take one family, had to take care of adoption problem himself, learn Chinese, and design stove himself. When heating the fire, temperature inside is about 50 to 500 degrees. If the heat is not enough, my bread won't stick to the wall. It will fall. Can use gas, but the gas smell is different. Gas is nothing. A coal smell. Can't speak Chinese at first. Adnan was master chef at the hotel, even brought photo in the handphone, went to the shop and market himself. Now opening his shop himself, made food himself, did as he can. Weekend photo. They can see our Facebook there. Facebook is there. There's our menu. Okay, thanks. Keep on going, still needed to wait patiently. Rice balls had to shape. Need to go half hours faminate. Adman, who had small flu, is the shop support, could only use grandma's flu medicine. Indian herbs, pepper, cinnamon, ginger to cheer up himself. Chop and grind the mixed herbs, dried and fried, should add traditional Indian sugar. Of course, there isn't in Taiwan. Adnan went to the market, accidentally found of something like candied melon. When I studied cooking in England, learned one thing: you can't stop cooking. If you move to a new place, can't find ingredient before, you can't stop going forward because you are the chef, so you have to use a creative way or use local ingredient to replace. As a chef, I start to understand. When I moved from India to England, I have to change myself. Some things are okay in India, some things are not in England. Give an interesting example. In India, man can hit man's butt. This is a natural movement. But in England, if you dare, soon your nose would be punched. Coming from foreign, we need to give them more support because it's really hard, because it's not their culture. Adnan is so busy that don't have time to learn Chinese. But he observes things schools don't teach. For example, taste. This is our chili paste we're making ourselves. Now my curry is not spicy, kids can eat. So many people tell me not spicy. So I made another chili paste, curry flavored. To support family in a foreign land, Indian dad Adnan is willing to change. After coming to Taiwan, I become more patient. Before, I didn't have kids. Become more patient. It's okay if not understand. It's okay for others to say what I don't understand. But some things still won't change. For example, chopping chicken, being surprised when seeing chicken leg, and can't stand sticky tofu. And one thing I still can't use to stinky tofu. Oh, sorry. I can't understand why people eat this. Dad is engineer part merchant, mom teach English. Adnan is the only child who learned cooking until open shop himself approved. Before I opened my shop, I didn't know there are so many foreigners here.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right, see ya.
It's hard to make a home outside. Seeing many foreigner friends like him overcoming all kinds of obstacles, Adnan is not lonely in family life anymore. You can't always be the same. Coming to Taiwan, I think I need to change many things, but I think everything is the same because I turn from a husband to a father. Sometimes, like a kid. Yeah. Change doesn't only mean leave the traditions. Could break through depressions, discover a new self. Now Adnan's adaptation is to let his own house stand more still. He had his family here, had business. Unknown future, but Taiwan is already an unforgettable page in his life. Today, our two couples in culture shock managing marriage life is really not easy, but they all let us see live in earnest would be energetic. Thank you for watching. See you next time.